They take on the challenges of super high-end work with a slightly different look at the world of print.
We do the unusual.
Their philosophy? Tough jobs require a loose atmosphere.
We call it the weird and wonderful.
So if you pay a visit to Metropolitan Fine Printers in Vancouver, British Columbia, expect to see the unexpected and the truly wonderful. Printed materials that pack 100 megaton wow factors that have turned Metropolitan into one of North America's most awarded printers.
We've been in business for 31 years. I started Metropolitan, founded Metropolitan, and we grew from 2 people to 75 people today.
Being a boutique creative printer, we respond well to creative directors, to production managers and ad agencies, and to, of course, graphic designers.
We're almost like an Italian tailor. You know, we tailor around the customer, what the customer wants. We give our ideas that we have learned over the years of experience, and then we can come with a product that the customers love.
And we push the envelope in print using special metallics, special screenings, special papers, different packages that we put together and we send to our customers. And we branded ourselves as being a boutique high-end printer.
Direct clients will be people that have graphic designers in-house, like Nike, like Microsoft and Starbucks. We work with a lot of heart, with a lot of passion, and we care more about the product than about the bottom line.
You know, we find with a lot of printers it's sort of, you know, the bottom line, and with Met, it's more like, you know, they work to get things right.
We had manroland presses since 1977. We started with a 2-color manroland, and then we went to a 6-color, 2 6-colors, and then we went to the 8 colors plus quarter now that we have.
Well, in my estimation, they're probably the finest presses in the world.
As a printer, I've always loved the double transfer system, I guess, has always been a great method. We can put very thick sheets through the press and very thin equally well. So it's allowed us to be a lot more versatile in the type of product we can produce with one machine.
It holds color really well. You can crank it up to 15,000 sheets an hour. It holds register and color without any ink splitting, any spitting or anything like that.
The information within the machine travels faster than any other machine when it comes to setting up your ink fountains and transferring the paper on the cylinders. There's no marking issues. I tell customers that the manrolands, we haven't seen a hickey since we've installed a manroland. And customers are always at press checks trying to find a hickey, and they just never do.
You could see a huge quality difference when they changed over to the new equipment. The color quality was fantastic. Fewer errors in regards to hickeys, things like that.
Knowing that we're going to be able to nail it every single day is where the Roland really helps out.
You're selling quality and speed and delivery, meeting deliveries and deadlines, which is a huge thing for our clients.
We had a job for Nike, and it was for the World Cup, and it was we were trying to replicate a certificate on a page, and the thinnest type I've ever seen done was double hit. And that was, I didn't think we could pull it off, but it's just stunning.
Because our art is so colour specific that we need to have one printer doing it. For the simple reason that what we don't want is prints changing from print to print, and we believe that Metropolitan will actually produce what they did in the first place, the second time, the third time and the fourth time. And the manroland seemed to me to have a better contrast of colour and a more vibrant colour.
The inline inspector is a product we bought on our second press. It was the first of its kind in North America, and we actually bought it more as a sales tool, thinking that some of our high-end customers would really enjoy having that feature of taking a photo of every sheet. And actually, as it turns out, the press guys tell me that they actually are the ones who really love it because it helps them find mistakes quicker.
If there is a defect, it'll tag it, it'll take a photograph against what your good sheet is, and we'll put a tag on it so you can take it out later.
I'm surprised that a lot of other printers are not using it.
We've been running 100% 10 micron Staccato for 6 years, I believe, and we're the first to run it UV also. And you know, to produce work like that, you need a press that prints very sharp, very consistent dot, and we've been able to get that with the 700 for sure.
Well, this capability we're selling as it's virtually continuous tone. If somebody wants to print a photograph and mass produce it, stochastic technology is the only way they're going to get it at a reasonable cost as opposed to printing out the actual photograph.
The ability to maintain the sharp dot is something that really allowed us, that, especially when we went back and did that 1697 line poster, that's probably 3 times the resolution of 10 micron. We just did it to test the ability of the press, test the ability of our CTP system, and we knew if it could handle that, it could handle anything.
As an industry, a printer can't survive in this marketplace if his clients are looking at high-definition television at home and looking at 175-line screen in their publications. So we're able to give them the high definition of printing by using 10-micron screening. They're looking at the finest reproduction you can get on paper.
You know, however, the last couple of years, some of the competition of manroland is emulating their technology. So that in itself says, you know, with the double-sized cylinders, with the anti-marking, all those benefits, that all the other biggest competitors supposedly in the world are now copying manroland's technology.
What I like about them, and now everybody else loves about them, is that they're always innovators. They always come up with new products. They always come up with better machines, you know, better equipment, faster equipment. The quality is second to none. Like we printed 1700 line screen poster. That will not be able to be done in any other piece of equipment in the world.
The presses are like big boys' toys to me. Like, who needs fast cars when you can buy manroland presses?
For greener printing, for award-winning printing, for making the impossible possible, Metropolitan Fine Printers relies on presses and print value services from a company whose mantra is,
"We hear you. We hear you. We hear you."
manroland. With Metropolitan Fine Printers, we are print.